Hi Taurus, we're going to do your yearly reading for 2021, and this is a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's a general reading, so this isn't going to resonate for every single person that comes across the video. So try to keep that in mind when you hear the messages, and also energies can be transferable, so I could be picking up on energies around you, family, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and look at your signifier, Taurus, for this current moment. Receptivity. I feel like you're very, very receptive to messages from maybe ancestors in the afterlife, or open to love, open to companionship, open to spiritual guidance from people like gurus or, you know, parents. All right. I feel like you're really digging deep right now whenever you seem to be watching this, digging deep into your emotions and your feelings. I feel like you see how that DNA spine. I feel like you're looking at your ancestry. Maybe I feel like it's just very deep, very emotional, spiritual, deep depth, but also very new. Eight of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're no longer running away from what might have, you know, some deep feelings that might have scared you before or previously. Deep feelings, deep connections, or just you might be just moving away from a fearful energy, just in general. Okay, let's move on to your life path here. Life path and shadow. For Taurus. Okay, so for your life path, we have the Six of Air, and your shadow, we have the Page of Earth. So, for weird, but so we're gonna go in with your life path. Six of Air. I feel like, again, it's like a moving energy. You might be in this learning when to walk away, learning when to put up healthy boundaries, learning when to protect yourself and move away from things, and knowing when the difference between fears and a legitimate intuitive gut instinct, consciousness. You're learning the difference between mind and consciousness and, you know, gut instinct and all of that. I feel like you're becoming a lot more clear. So your life path is to become a lot more clear about when you're becoming stagnant, when you're losing traction, and when you need to pick it up in a different direction. Let me get one more card for this life path here. It definitely feels like a lot of clarity, a lot of communication, because there's the air and the Six of Air. And I also feel like with all of this blue that I'm seeing, it's also, you know, your life path has to do a lot with expressing yourself. Expressing your boundaries, expressing your love, expressing concerns, or, you know, I feel like you're very, very open for love, it looks like. But you're moving out of this state of fear and second guessing because you're becoming more clear in your own being. Oops. Okay, both want to come. Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. You're learning when to reconcile, when to celebrate, and when to move, when to stop and reconcile, and when to move away. So you're starting to understand the difference between our own mind illusions that we all have. So that's your life path, I feel like, to celebrate with others, learning to not push people away maybe, or when to put up healthy boundaries so that you can have these harmonious, celebratory, like, connections with all these people, because you have such healthy boundaries and such healthy relationship and emotional stability within yourself, you know? Okay, so for your shadow here, Page of Earth. The World, and the Seven of Earth, or Seven of Clouds, which is like the Seven of Swords type deception energy, politics. So I feel like for your shadow, we have this thing where you go through these cycles of having a new beginning, feeling super excited, super eager, and bewildered by life, and then you have this cycle of this habit of maybe deceiving yourself, letting the doubts and fears that other people, you know, all of those voices outside of yourself, that sword energy, to penetrate your being and rob you of, you know, all of the politics of the world and all of that. You know, you got to be this and that, all of these phony holies out here. I feel like you might be a spiritual teacher maybe, or, you know, it doesn't have to be, but for some of you, because obviously the story is going to be different for everybody, but the shadow is, you know, going through these cycles of, you know, being eager, being bewildered, and working hard, and, you know, being excited and going gung-ho into it, and then, you know, maybe not looking, because there's these little red flags on the, so you might not be paying attention to the red flags of when your mind is starting to creep up on you and deceive you, or, you know, this can mean other people too as well. So it's going to be different for everybody, but I do feel a great self-deception energy here, because you're trying to play the politics, you're trying to play the game, and I mean, it's hard with whatever you're doing, whether it's business or love. It's always going to be hard. So let's go ahead and get into your overall year. Yeah, sorry. Okay, we're going to look at your recent past. Sorry. I can't read my own writing. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Recent past for Taurus, please. Change, transformation. Look at that. You went through a huge change, a huge transformation where you started to recognize things. You started to open up to things, because you're starting to recognize maybe habits that you're starting to recognize that this cycle that you find yourself in, maybe. I feel like you're starting to transform and notice the root. I don't know why, but this card always reminds me of roots and finding that inner spark again. So I feel like you're really trying to dig deep into, you know, ancestry, emotions, love, spirituality, to figure out, why am I going through these cycles? I want to move forward in more of a balance. I want to move forward in more of a harmonious way. I want my mind to be kind to me. I want to, you know, so I feel like you're starting to be accountable for your future, your heart, your mind, all of that. Oh, not this one. Let's get one more for this recent past. Something happened, some kind of ending that brought about this change. It doesn't seem too painful. I was about to say, my head kept saying it doesn't seem too painful, and then the Seven of Cups came out. Something came to an end that brought about a big change, even though it really didn't dig at you too deeply, because there were options and you were aware of those options. You saw the possibilities, you know. You might have been testing the waters in a few relationships, or, you know, job opportunities, or juggling a few business ideas. but something that you really weren't that deeply rooted into brought about this change that made you dig into your roots, you know. Maybe someone else got hurt, I don't know. So let's go ahead and look at your overall 2021. 2021 overall energy for Taurus, please. Four, and I've been seeing, I'm Taurus, I'm Gemini, Taurus, cusp, Taurus moon, and I've been seeing 4 like everywhere for the past 2 months. And here for your overall energy for the year, we have 4 and 4. 4 of air, 4 of earth. So I feel like you're going to be taking time to, again, root yourself, reground yourself, build something stable, because, you know, with this rest and reflection that you're going to have, this time of rest and reflection, maybe some kind of recovery, just make sure to not become too selfish with your resources. Watch your ego, watch your fears. Don't become too caught up or dependent on knowing outcomes or controlling outcomes. Just don't become too controlling of your fate and general divine timing, you know. But in general, this is your energy for next year and overall energy, and I feel like it's just a time of rebuilding, hunkering down, and making your roots stable again, or nurturing your roots, finding out truths about yourself, and purging maybe. The 9 of Cups in reverse. You might, again, be having to deal with a lot of fears next year. And in general, you're going to be healing a lot of fears. You might be shaken up. You might be feeling like you have to protect your resources. You have to protect yourself. You have to build up barriers because you don't feel emotionally stable. You don't feel emotionally fulfilled or emotionally independent maybe. You might be feeling some kind of emotional dependency. But all of that is an awakening in the making. So one more for the overall energy for 2021. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to the roots. And of course that's because you're being shaken up. We don't go to our roots because we're happy, like, oh, everything's going great, let me go to the root. So, you know, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of pain, a little bit of recovery, rest, reflection, but in that comes a lot of healing your roots, regaining a lot of abundance, regaining a lot of stability, resources, utilizing those resources and regaining the confidence to be able to use those resources. Because, you know, I feel like something's going to happen where you're going to feel a little bit shaken up in your confidence, and you're going to have this temptation to shut down. And but if you do, it's going to make sure it's some kind of rest, reflection, something that will push you forward, more like a hermit energy than a miserly energy. So I'm going to go into your abilities, love, interests, work, and money, and spirit real quick. For 2021, abilities, love, finance, work, and spirit. Okay, for your abilities, we have Messenger of Air. So like the Ace of Wands kind of thing. I feel like you're going to be very attractive. You're going to be attracting a lot of people, attracting a lot of offers. You're going to have a lot of ideas and plans bubbling through your head. I feel like even though you're going through something, I feel like that's going to be what sparks that fire underneath you to, you're no longer going to feel some kind of stagnancy. You're going to be receptive again to new beginnings. And it's a lot more of again, I feel like you're going to be hanging out with a lot more people, maybe socializing more. There's going to be a great balance here. And so for your abilities, you're really able to, when you feel that your cups are empty, when you don't feel satisfied, I feel like very quickly, you know exactly what to do to refill those cups. Very easily. I feel like you are very aware of how to make yourself happy and how to get yourself in a position of abundance again and confidence and stability. I feel like that's going to be where you're going to feel extremely empowered this next year is like, wow, I bounce back quick. Wow, I transform quick. I am really, really able to create some harmony for myself. When things go awry, I blow back, I push back. So, it's really comfortable. I mean, it's stirring, right? But it's comfortable it's reassuring to know that you're going somewhere with it. It's happening for a reason. You're creating happiness for yourself and others. You're sharing happiness, sharing the light with a lot of people. These are very bright cards. One more for your abilities. The Death card in reverse. Yeah, you're breaking fears. You're tearing down your old fears of abandonment, fears of failure, fears of being left out in the cold. You are just tearing away at that. You're tearing it away. And I feel like that's one of the, not saying you're totally transformed and done, but that's one of the last things that seriously kind of pained at you maybe, that fear of abandonment, fear of loss, fear of ending cycles that you've put so much time and love and happiness into. Your abilities is breaking the fears. I don't want that. Let's see. Queen of Fire, opening your heart again. You're definitely opening your heart again because you're no longer, I feel like these miserly walls where you shut people out of fear, it's all crumbling away in awareness and in consciousness. You're becoming a lot more clearer. Slowly, like a Taurus, but you're getting there. So for your love and interests, love, passions, interests, we have love. So you might be getting connected with a Gemini, or, in general, balancing your divine feminine and masculine and having a lot of self-love, doing a lot of self-love practices, or finding your divine counterpart. So let's see. For Taurus. Hermit. Yep, lots of self-love. Not saying that you're going to be single the whole year, but there is going to be a lot of self-love and a lot of growth with self. Look at that. I feel like you're going to be reflecting on your ideas of love. I feel like you're going to be reflecting on how you treat love, how you treat lovers, how you've thought of it in the past and maybe how it might have not been realistic. I feel like you're becoming a lot clearer of what kind of love you want for yourself. You're no longer trying to set yourself up for these cycles where you go, oh. So, you are reborn. And out of this self-love comes this new, youthful, determined type of energy that's like, I'm not going to fail myself anymore. I'm not going to allow myself to be betrayed, stabbed in the back. I'm not going to betray myself and stab myself in the back. I feel like you're moving very passionately towards this new beginning where You can trust yourself in love and be open to anything because you're so rooted in yourself. So let's look at your work and finance, the Moon card. So you might be having a lot of questions. You have a lot of questions about what's going on. There might be a bit of stillness, but I feel like there's a lot of divine timing. And it's a time of maturing. It's a time of, because it's quiet, it's cooking. You know, there's a lot cooking, even in that stillness, even in the unknown. Even if you feel unsure, there is a lot going on here. Love, work, and finance. I feel like you're being really grounded. You're being mature. Your spending habits are improving. Something about nature. I don't know. Some of you might have businesses in nature or astrology. Adjustment. Sorry. Let me see one more. King of Wands. You might be having a lot of doubts, and that's going to be where you're going to need to improve. Okay. Maybe it's time to mature up and go back and learn something. Go back and clear up some paperwork. I mean, you're not going to be struggling financially, but I feel like whatever you're trying to get off the ground, don't be too impatient with it. With the King of Wands in reverse, don't be too impatient. Don't be impudent. Like, don't become a tyrant. Just be patient. Be patient, because a lot is cooking, you know, right now in 2021. You are right. You're going to be extremely grounded, and you're going to have a lot of resources and stability, but don't rush this. Don't rush this to the point of imbalance where it needs, you know, make sure you're making adjustments along the way and not moving too fast, you know. So let's go ahead and look at your spiritual life in 2021, Ace of Water. You're definitely reconnecting spiritually to your roots, to meditation, any kind of meditation, breath work. But it kind of feels like, you know, you might be connecting with a water sign that's reconnecting, that's really getting you in tap with your spirituality. Understanding, another water card. You're gaining a lot of understanding and perspective. You're reopening up again. Because you have so much clarity, you're reopening up again. Oh my gosh. Your inner voice and your intuition is becoming so clear. All of these clear cards. It's shutting your mind. It's no longer, I mean, I feel like your spirit is saving you from your mind. From your mind robbing you time after time after time after time again. It causing you to be impatient and self-sabotage possible business ventures or love, or it's a clearing the way here. One more for Spirit, please. Justice in reverse. You're going to be feeling some kind of imbalance, and that's going to re-tap you into this again, like I said, you don't go to your roots because you're happy. You go to your roots because you need to. Because you feel like you need to. This Knight of Wands, he's in the desert, right? And he's writing because in a seriously imbalanced state, obviously, because, you know, fire is a very fast card, so I feel like you're going to run very fastly, very quickly to your roots, to your spiritual life, to save you from something, and it's going to bring you more bliss and peace and harmony, and pull you through this business, and pull you through this love, and pull you through the entire year, and bring you out on top towards December, where you get nothing, I mean, not a lot can take you down. But let's look at your, what does that say? Obstacle in 2021. Four of Wands in reverse. Lots of disappointment and wishes that you wish, like, you know, oh, I really wish that would have happened. Oh, I really thought that was going to be the one, or that person's going to be the one, or this job was going to be the one. Don't get caught up in expectations. Don't get caught up in wishes. I mean, you know, past wishes. It's time to rebel against all of the chains of the past. You had no choice. It's time. Like, you're owed this. You don't just belong to yourself. You belong to the world. One more for obstacle. Art. Temperance. It's learning when to temper yourself, learning when to walk away and clear your water. You have the creative forces within you. It's just, it's time to open up to others and open up to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the reality of how things might turn out, you know. Overall guidance for Taurus, please. Sorry if I'm rushing. I'm like... Obstacle made this whole reading's like, man, because I'm Taurus. I'm like, dang it. It's not bad. It's just like, man. You get it. You get it. It's great. It's just, dang it. More growing pains. All right. Overall guidance for Taurus, please. The Lovers. Yep, love yourself. Love yourself all the way through it. Show love to others. Show love to family. The heart space, honestly, is where I run to, because that's, where were we before we came here? Nothing. So love. Where will we go when we're done here? Love. What is there when everything's gone? Love. It's just, love is the ultimate. I mean, fall to that. That is your ultimate guidance here. Transformation. You have the transformation cards, the change cards, the world cards, all of them. Look at this. It's just like, transform your beliefs on love, self-love, what you're capable of. Become clear. Give yourself new life. Give yourself a chance. That's what I just heard. Give yourself a chance for once. Give yourself a chance. Eight of Water. Four of Earth. It's time to move away from what you used to believe for yourself. It needs time to move away from what you used to believe for yourself. Transform your mind and reground yourself. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Earth. You have all of the fours, and it's just like, go to the root. Walk away and go to the root. Open yourself up to love. Stop deceiving yourself. And don't, I mean, I'm not really sure if this is the year for exclusive love, but this is definitely the year to love yourself. So let's get one guide card. Wow. One guide card for Taurus 2021. Snake 6. I believe that's rebirth. Oh, but I wanna. That would figure, wouldn't it? We got all these transformation, change, rebirth cards everywhere. That would just make perfect sense. If you're into numerology, check out 6. It's basically like take into account, like check yourself. Transmutation, change, same difference. But when this snake energy reaches the spiritual plane, this medicine teaches you on a personal level that you are a universal being. Through accepting all aspects of your life, you can bring about the transmutation of fire medicine. This fire energy, when functioning on the material plane, creates passion, desire, procreation, and physical vitality. On the emotional plane, it becomes ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On the mental plane, it becomes intellect, power, charisma, and leadership. When this snake energy reaches the spiritual plane, it becomes wisdom, understanding, wholeness, and connection to the Great Spirit. If you have chosen this symbol, there is a need within you to transmute the thought, action, or desire so that the wholeness may be achieved. This is heavy magic, but remember, magic is no more than the change in consciousness. Become the magician or enchantress, transmute the energy, and accept the power of the fire. So, like I said, it's like this is your responsibility because you're necessary and important. You're very powerful. So, I love you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I have one more card for you. I have the Archangel Gem cards. Sorry. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much to those who have been donating. It's honestly helped so much. So, thank you. And let's get one more card for you. Overall guidance. Jurasol quartz. Maybe you can say that better than I can. Have you noticed that people and situations are reflecting your feelings or thoughts? Pay attention to the message these mirrors provide. Take stock of what work you need to do to improve your self-awareness and spiritual growth. Archangel Zadkiel, I objectively observe myself in interactions with others. I watch my words and actions from various perspectives. I work towards self-improvement at every opportunity. I notice the mirrors and projections without judgment and preconceptions. So yeah, check yourself and, check on this reading maybe like 3 months into the year, just to kind of like snap back in case you find yourself deceiving yourself again. So just be cautious of that. So love you guys. Have a great year.